guys are right.
We have so much power.
Oh my! Wait, they get 4 bans?
No, the audience at home gets the second ban with QRC codes. Was the plan? We'll do that later today.
I see.
So is Alchemist the audience ban?
Yes,
Or this was
that is a community ban.
That's
all
good
3
ban.
of these.
Good ban.
That's right.
Dire team.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Well done, Twitch
Yeah.
chat.
Save
Beautiful.
our bad programming.
All right. So what will teams want to ban as their
Yes.
first official, if anything?
Yep, that's right. If they choose not to ban, they will not lose any Moonbucks.
I think banning here is all about the sleeper heroes, right? To me, that is the anomaly. This algorithm works great, assuming that every team is playing mostly meta heroes. But heroes like Arc Warden, Meepo, these are ones that might start really cheap. They win a couple games because a team has one of those players that can handle it, and then that price might skyrocket. But in these early ones, like Keeper of the Light might be a sleeper pick here.
Yo, okay, there's a 12 Moonbuck ban on Nature's Prophet. I'm just saying.
Oh, boy.
Really?
Oh, the stunners didn't go for it, though. They left it in. Is Bulldog going to flex?
Insta lock
Dude.
on Lone
All right.
Druid or Nature's Prophet.
Dude, you're flexing. You got to flex
You
right
got it
now.
right
Bring
now.
it back.
Make them regret it, Bulldog.
All right, now he's got a couple, though, so he can wait it out, right?
Yeah, Lone
Yeah,
Druid,
sure.
Nature's Pro. That's
All right.
good, actually.
He still has his clockwork. He had a
Gang,
great
we
clock.
do need to be wary of the banks here. Because remember, teams do win Moonducks just for
10
finishing the match.
seconds
remaining.
If you lose,
Please.
If you lose, you get some Moonbucks. If you win, you get way more
5
Moonbucks.
seconds remaining.
But you start with 1,000, so you don't have a big bank here.
No.
Right.
You don't have a big one.
This year,
Reserve time.
Oh, Jesus. Challenges are very important. The bounties with hardly any starting money and buying stuff like Creep Takeover, Roshan, completing bounties and being very careful in your draft is a lot more important than last year. So Knoxville said we should really be cruel to the players, and I'm always for that, personally. Sorry, players.
Yeah, shout out to Knoxville, of course, our big brain. behind
That's
a lot
right.
of this.
If the economy fails, it was Knoxville and Purge.
Yeah.
I'm saying that right now. Knoxville and Purge. Thank you.
I mean, it's not like it completely failed us last time.
No, everything was great. Shout out to Nahaz. I wonder where he is this tournament.
We just invented something called the bomb to try and fix how terrible that was.
Bomb.
The bomb was awful.
Shut up,
That was
Trey.
great. I loved it.
Well, wasn't it like a random chance
Yeah, you
for
could
it to happen if you random?
Yeah, and then you got the bomb and you lost like 1,600 moon.
And it was only like a 5% chance, so you're just rolling the dice. And
Well,
yeah.
in that video that we showed with
Yeah.
Alice, it actually showed the
That
bomb
was the
go
funniest
off.
part of the whole tournament. They random Teggies and they random the bomb Brewmaster.
And
I
they
remember
lost horribly.
talking to CCNC like a year later, another event,
Radiant
and he was
team
like, "Oh
pick.
yeah, I played in that." Like, "Yeah, dude, you won." "Oh, right. Yeah, we woke up one day and just all of our money was gone. I didn't really know what was going on with that." Like, yeah, I guess there were some things that got lost in translation. Sorry, bud.
Else. I had a player when I was inviting him to this Midas mode who will rename unnamed, who said, "Hey, so what is Midas mode?" And I said, "You won last year.
Oh, you just narrowed it down quite a bit.
You won.
5
You played in
seconds
the
remaining.
tournament." And then he goes, "Oh, he did not return."
He's,
Reserve
spoiler,
time.
he's not in this tournament.
yeah.
So I like this here. An Undying first pick from the Stunners. A chaotic hero. Fight
That's
chaos with chaos.
That's a Cinderin hero right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And 15 Moonbucks. Super cheap. That's a Cinderin value pick.
Now, can I say something, though? For the first time ever, Cinderin's Night Stalker is finally back in meta. Could this actually be a real competing team?
No, because he plays support.
Oh, yeah.
Night Stalker's like a 1 through 3 right now.
Radiant
So
team
close to the
pick.
sun,
There's a
Cinderin,
coddle.
and you fall
Yeah.
again.
Unless he forces him. I mean, he might be playing core here. Who knows?
Whoever's controlling the draft, can we sort by price for the heroes just to change up the visuals a little bit? We've got that cute little tab up top left.
Oh, that is nice.
That is nice.
There's a big pink button.
Wow.
All right, so Coddle was actually the
10
cheapest.
seconds.
Oh,
remaining.
God.
Yeah.
Not for long.
Hey, that's fair. He didn't get picked to TI. This,
5
again, is all
seconds
TI data.
remaining.
We're going to let the
Team
teams
pick.
kind of build it back up. And this
Oh,
guy,
my God. that
oh,
combo.
he's all over the pubs right now, the Bristleback.
That's crazy. 110 Moonbucks. That is a big chunk. They're almost halfway through their...
But isn't Coddle like the perfect combo hero? And if
Yeah.
you get that combo, it makes Coddle so much scarier. Bristle is like
All right,
one of the best.
Guaranteed Coddle gets banned by the community next game.
10
this.
seconds remaining.
Well, you basically just told him to do it.
Do it. I don't want to see. I hate
You
it. I
know,
ban Coddle every
5
game when I play.
seconds.
You know, Undying did get that buff recently, up to 9%, I believe, on his ultimate in HP percent
Reserve
decay.
time.
Pretty good versus Bristle.
I was expecting just new skills for him. I thought he was unsalvageable.
He I don't know. He needs something. He needs talents. His talents are all garbo.
Well, he comes back to life. How's that not great?
Okay, that's a 25. All right, fine. That one's
I
like
thought that was 20.
mediocre.
That's 20, isn't it?
I think the Tombstone's 20 now.
Oh, did they change it? Okay.
So, gang, in terms of other cheap heroes, Clockwork, cheapest strength hero, he would be a lot of fun to watch.
Sure.
15 seems to be the floor, so there's a lot in that threshold. To me, Luna and Drow both feel like Luna, Drow, Venge. You could go for a nice aura lineup here, pretty damn cheap.
Yeah. Auras.
Thanks.
Wow.
Zach.
Thank you, Zyori. Auras. Very strong.
I mean, the lone druid is still there, like you guys have talked about.
I want
Only
it.
15.
Radiant team.
Ah!
ban.
It's
Wow.
pretty good with a bristleback lineup too, right? It kind of fits a similar timing if they just want to run it down, but so does Nature's Prophet. So
True.
Stunner's kind of revealing the strat a little bit, huh? They got a lot of early mid-game stuff.
they could definitely play a 4 Bambo though, Wind Ranger or a mid Wind Ranger. So I think there's like quite a bit of flexibility. The only thing is that Undying is just like
10
worthless when you're
seconds
not team
remaining.
fighting.
Right.
That's
I
the
don't know
problem with
how,
Undying.
Trent, how good is this hero in pro games? Because in
5
pubs, I've been
seconds
finding
remaining.
him extremely fun as Slardar. He's only 15 moonbucks.
In pro games,
Reserve
I
time.
don't think. I
Really?
think it's just better heroes in his role,
For
unfortunately.
15 moonbucks, though?
15 Moonbucks is pretty sick. I mean, his comparison would probably be like Centaur Warrunner, right? That's probably someone who you
Garbage.
think. And then
Centaur's an
he costs
abomination.
10x of Slardar. So there is definitely some
Why?
value there.
Why would such a bad hero be 150
Dire
moonbucks?
team
Oh,
ban.
Trent,
Are you trying to get him buffed or
I am
something?
on the Centaur hate train now. It's all about Pangolier.
Radiant
Great
team
hero.
ban.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, no.
Oh,
The 4 Moonbuck value ban. It's pretty hard to beat
does that mean Nature's Prophet is next for the Stunners?
They've got to pick it.
Bulldog's probably tweeting right now. See, they're still scared. People can't handle it 6 years later.
10 seconds remaining.
I would not be surprised at all if actually Syndred and Bulldog
Dire
are in a
team
call right now,
ban.
shit-talking each other
probably.
during the draft.
A little steam ring. Bling, bling.
By the way, they spent 50 moonbucks to ban Lifestealer. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a huge amount.
Does that tell us something? Is Lifestealer
That they're
It's
afraid
good
of
versus
Lifestealer.
Bristle.
is good against Bristle?
Yeah,
10
and good versus
seconds
Caudle too because of
remaining.
the blind. You have a natural dispel versus the blinding light.
Ah, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
And you
5
can actually
seconds
kill the
remaining.
The will o' the wisp.
wisp.
But
Ah,
will
the
they
will o' the wisp.
regret 50 moonbucks?
Reserve time.
We
I don't
scaled
think
everything
so.
down, so that's actually a decent amount now.
Yes. Mathematically, Zyori, how much is that from their total? 50 out of 1,000.
Radiant
9.
team pick.
150.
Nine.
What?
Oh, the
there it
Stunners!
is.
Come on!
That's
Yeah,
right.
woo! Tactical Moonbuck bands. Let's
Trent,
go.
you
You
called
got a
it.
first team
Yeah.
pick at Bulldog's hero.
Yeah, that's what you get. They should have learned that. That's
they
how you
should.
won, guys. Like,
Don't you remember?
you can't wait.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, very unfortunate.
I mean, so far Alliance has spent, as you can see in the
5
stats there, a
seconds
lot
remaining.
more in moonbucks so far. Still early in the draft too.
Yeah, let's
Reserve
not
time.
forget that these are all the moonbucks that they get for the entire tournament. They are not refreshed. They must win or do bounties.
Or
Well, they're
lose.
gonna lose.
Or
gain a
lose,
little.
which is looking more and more likely.
Wait, how much did they get for loss again?
Now, I
Half?
think loss is actually special. I think it ranges from something like
Oh, yes,
250
there's a
to
dice
450,
roll.
Right.
Yes.
We roll a D20 in the back. Purge
It-
takes it out
It's
of the
actually
pocket.
a D3, to be honest.
A D3.
Yeah,
Do they make those?
they do. They're hideous. Google them right now if you don't know what a D3 looks
Is
like.
it a
But in reality,
triangle?
we're rolling a 6-sided dice, and then we're just going to take 1 or 2,
What
or
is a
1 or 2,
D-
3 or 4 or 5 or
A
6.
triangle has more than 3.
No, you should
sides.
look at it. It's really ugly. I highly recommend it.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. We'll make some good content with our D3 later in the tournament.
It's going to be sick.
We'll shove it up somebody's nose or something. It'll be
Wow.
Beautiful.
That was close.
Thank you. As we're waiting here, we have
You know, the
anything
value
else?
pick is Pudge, 16.
16 putts.
That's pretty good.
I could see.
Dire team pick.
I think he recently got. Oh yes, yes. 2 people in the crowd love it too. Excellent.
Woo!
Now,
This
Suns
hero is
fan, will this be a support Pango or
I
a
hope
core
not.
Pango?
It has to be a
Ooh.
3. All right, 3 is
Has
the way
to
to play
be.
this. hero.
Doesn't EGM play support Pango?
Damn it, EGM.
10 seconds.
Pretty
Just
sure he
pick a
does.
goddamn lion or something. Something that's built for you.
It's pretty nice with
5
Caudle, too.
seconds
Like, you
remaining.
can actually roam together and get
Yeah.
kills. Because you can refresh the swashbuckle.
Reserve time.
I mean, actually, I don't really care what position it is. You just got to get 1 javelin. You can do whatever you want. You can get all support
Yeah.
items after that. Just 1 javelin, it's going to set you up.
There's few things in Dota that feel as good as that swashbuckle that hits like 4 procs. You're just like, that guy just died.
So good.
You're like
Very
7
satisfying.
minutes into the game.
I love it.
Mhm. Any other powerful heroes we should be looking for? I mean, there's a lot of cheapies out there.
I mean,
boys.
if you're stunners right now, you're basically just thinking
Radiant
about
team pick.
how to counter the bristleback, I would think. But not so much good versus the bristle. kind of okay versus the Coddle. Can maybe save people stuck in the Blinding Light or the Will-O-Wisp and roll out, but a little unusual.
The Will-O-Wisp?
You know who's really good against Pangolier?
Huh.
Is
Boom.
Bloodseeker.
Puck's very good.
10
Bloodseeker and
seconds
Bane
remaining.
are very good.
Pretty cheap, too.
Excellent heroes.
16
5
for a
seconds
Bloodseeker? I
remaining.
could definitely see that.
Grimstroke's pretty busted too, but he got ignored. He must be pretty expensive, is he?
Reserve
If you're
time.
the Stunners and you're looking at Alliance's lineup, how bad do you want to break Bristleback? Do you actually want to pick up like a Viper or a Vendetta Nyx, for example?
I think you're more so, if anything, you would be thinking like some Silver Edge hero,
Okay.
more than likely, but
Isn't Tusk kind of a Silver Edge hero?
no.
pub?
Because he's
If
going
you
to be
play
a
him
4.
core,
Huh?
anything's possible in Midas mode. Just remember that.
That's
right.
true.
Pango could be your position 1, and Bristleback could be the 5.
Actually, the first support Pangos, I believe, were in Midas mode.
That's-
Because we were the first
yeah,
tournament with him.
That's true.
And
Wait, was it
I
Midas
think
mode or
3-3
elimination?
was still playing support. He was playing 4 then because he was swapping it out, right? On the Optic back then.
That's right.
Someone was playing
Team
support
pick.
Pango.
Oh, and Beastmaster is picked up.
Okay.
Let's go over the innovations of Midas Mode 1. Allow me. Seb's first tournament with OG, Midas Mode 1.
Wow.
Beautiful.
The first support Pango, the first carry Pango, and Dark Willow for
10
both of those as
seconds
well.
remaining.
I can't verify if any of this is true.
It is
That
all
sounds good to
true.
me.
It is
5
all. We were the
seconds
first tournament to
remaining.
feature those heroes, and Seb was a stand-in. He was not good,
Reserve time.
but things clearly improved. for
Yes.
Seb.
Midas mode really kicked him into shape. Let me tell you what.
That's what did it. It was just
Took him to
Midas
the next
mode.
level.
Beastmaster, a very strong hero. Fell off a little bit, I guess, at TI, but during the qualifiers, he was super popular
Radiant
across a lot of the
team
regions and fits into that
Ooh.
Bristleback
Oh
timing.
no, not the bounty hunters.
Beautiful.
Dire team ban.
Speaking of Midas Mode 1, the biggest meta that we saw was pick Bounty Hunter first and random all your other heroes.
Ah.
So I hope that doesn't return.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Something we should
Oh, that was
mention.
great.
Now that Bounty Hunter's been picked up, there's actually is a bounty called It's Halloween for 75 Moonbucks.
That's right.
If you are
10
invisible, it doesn't have to
seconds
be an
remaining.
invis hero.
Oh,
You get like
yes.
a Lothars or whatever. You're invis, and you have to type in all
5
chat
seconds
boo,
remaining.
and then you have to kill a person within, I think it's 5 seconds.
That's right.
That's a very good hero
Reserve
for that.
time.
It is.
It's quality.
Can't wait.
Now, not only can
You
say
have to
boo,
spell boo correctly, by the way.
no,
Oh, that's in the
no
rules.
bow. I believe we've changed the rules. You can say anything
Dire
scary.
team pick.
Oh, okay. My
Yes.
mistake.
So anything scary, but you
Does
can
it have to be
also-
I
grammatically
mean, the real
correct?
key is to just spam it all game.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just keep it boo.
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 Boo. We might be seeing that. So if you're seeing someone writing in horrific things for the entire game, now you know why.
The all chat bounties. The greatest highlight, I think, of Midas mode
10
was the great
seconds
Zai
remaining.
escape, I believe, right?
that
They
was
tried to
really
kill
good.
Zai on Nyx Assassin,
Yeah.
and he
5
made the
seconds
incredible
remaining.
dodge.
That was pretty sick.
Broodmother banned out.
Thank God.
Reserve
Another
time.
Bulldog hero.
Yeah, that's a good snipe.
Quite targeted. I
What
would
is
say.
he playing?
That's a great question.
He's playing the Beastmaster.
Beastmaster then, yeah.
Yeah, and then support Pango, the Coddle, the Bristle, and then they're just looking for some mid hero that probably
10
plays
seconds
decent
remaining.
speed. It could be like a DK
Radiant
because they
team
banned the Timber, and now they pick Queen, so I could
cheap.
kind of see a DK.
Look at how much they spent on that draft. That is actually super impressive. 252 already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then they still have one hero left on Alliance, and they're already 50 over. Very
Wow.
good. And they got the position 1 bounty hunter more than likely. That should be a hype.
I mean, we'll see.
Oh,
Oh,
Mapo.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa.
Okay.
Wowee. Goodness.
Meepo?
Who plays Meepo?
I don't know.
Is it Bulldog? Could you switch roles here?
And then late game, if you have a core that has like built-in mobility, right? Invis into just ganking somebody, goes this weird Bloodthorn nullifier build. Once you get those 2 items, it's like an effective Doom, and he easily solo kills players. However, they have no Meepo count.
They do not. But let's see. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ourselves into the first game of Betway Midas Mode 2. Looks like, well, what's up with Gorg? We've got a little old chat. He wants to reconnect. I mean, what's he doing?
He's just making excuses. If
I-
you watch
I
the
think
stream,
so,
he's
yes.
quite adept
A
at
classic
excuses.
Gorg excuse here, as he has left the game already. I do assume he's going to be returning. We haven't actually paused for him. I don't know if that wasn't a rule. I'm sure we can make it one. Yeah, he's back in. So hopefully any issues that Gorg had are fixed. Let's have a look. I mean, the map, of course, is meant to be dark where you don't have vision, Gorg, but...
If you look, it's poor man's stout shield. I didn't realize.
Yes,
that.
indeed. We've got some of the new items already. Look at that. It's back, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's not. It's the same
But
item.
is it? Yes, but don't tell them. Don't tell them. That may look like a poor man's shield, and it isn't. But Gorg doesn't know. But and also, what do we got? It's custom tangos. What are these tangos? The tangos, can we have a look at that? Who's these? The Pogo Tango. And what's the branch? The branch. Check it out, Kyle.
Well, it's not me controlling the camera.
No, yeah, but I'm looking at your screen because our
sorry.
ob's going on the branch. What's on the branch? The EEGG Iron branch. That's what we have there. And indeed, that is a little face of Eternal Envy having a bit of a smile down there at the bottom. So let's have a look at these lanes. We are starting off on this top. This bounty, of course, is going to be farming away. See how much pressure they can put on. Elsewhere, you are going to have the Pango moving around, probably matching the movements of the Undying to try and get some action here going as they'll look towards this offlane Beastmaster. Should be, I mean, how does the Beastmaster do up here? Do you think Bulldog's going to have a good lane?
I think it'll be just fine. You can already see the Pango pulling on the side. This is how you want to play 2v2s. It's very difficult to lane against Bounty Undying, but as long as Undying can't actually stop a supporter core from pulling, so they should be able to trade relatively effectively. I think the mid lane is really the matchup to watch. You got the that is the Waga Quap, right?
Yes, that is Waga. Waga versus Chessie in the middle lane. So far, CS-wise, Waga's got a few denies in, but obviously we can all expect that to change once that second Meepo is out for Chessie. Top lane, the lane, starting to take a bit of a different position as they're getting in behind the tower there. Sin playing beautifully aggressive, trading blows. He's taking quite a bit of damage here, Sin. Swashbuckle actually going to pretty much miss for the most part. He'll turn, get the decay. Sin, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, though. This should be first, but he's going to try and look to deny himself to the creeps, but he's not going to make it as Bulldog will take Cinderin down. Drops an XD as well, and already the all-chat flames are there for the Ti3 Alliance.
Hey, it's all part of the plan. He gets to come back to lane with full mana, full HP.
That beautiful curry there, of course, from the Kennedy Space Center. Some excellent work, of course, as well, from the artists who made that
Do we have any
magic happen.
Are there any creep takeovers active? I'm not seeing any.
Well, yes, both teams have it, remember.
Yeah.
Both teams do have the creep takeover. So at a point in the game after 10 minutes, bottom lane, Bambo is able to snipe down Ake, gets a good shot with the power shot. So at some random point of the game, I believe between 10 and 14 minutes, we are going to see some of the beautiful people here start to move those creeps around for both teams. Both teams will have 4 creeps spawn each. So we'll see what they do with them and see if there's going to be any communication. I do believe as well the people playing the creeps will be able to hear the players. So they are going to be able to sort of guide them, get them to do the strats such as the stacking, as mentioned on the panel earlier.
What the heck is this?
Bottom right. Someone paid for that, Kyle.
What the?
More bottom right. Bottomer and writer. Writer and bottom right. Up. There we go.
What is that?
Never forget.
I think my dad paid for that.
Beautiful.
I thought he was making a joke. Thanks, Pop. I really appreciate it.
He did it. He did it. And what was that? Slurm's Barger Blue Mountain Dew Clarity. Wow. There we go. Is that a real drink in America?
Yeah, it's actually partnered with the upcoming Star Wars movie. It's the official drink.
But they paid for this? Is that official? I mean, excellent. I mean, we've got things everywhere.
We can't get George Lucas?
I guess not. I guess, yeah, that's a good point. We can get everyone. Everyone's involved in the Midas Smash so far. So far as well, this game, bit of a slow start. Former decision just 1-for-1. No one's really getting too far behind the mid lane. Sure, Meepo has got that edge. But still, Waga farming very nicely on the quad. We're going to see another attempt up top. Sind. It's a little low. Swashbuckle not going to quite do it. Play off the mark. And with that in mind, Gorg's able to turn and trade some blows back on to Jerry. Force back the Pangolier. And Gorg back to farming in this top lane. 15-7 at the moment. As he's certainly getting a lot more out of this lane than Bulldog is. Bulldog, only 6 last hits so far in the first 4 minutes.
I think that's actually better than his average. Of course, when not playing either Nature's Prophet or Lone Druid, Admiral Bulldog is only operating at about 50% effectiveness. So if you doubled his CS, he'd actually be about even with the Bounty Hunter. So this is...
Okay, so that's sort of the math you work with.
Yes.
Okay. We'll see what Bulldog is able to do on the Beastmaster when those pushes and early moves come into play, which you can expect to see, of course, with Alliance's lineup. A lot of plays that they can make, especially around that very expensive Kotl pick, as we saw in the draft. I believe over 100 million Moonbucks that particular hero pick did cost, but it works very nicely with the whole setup. 5-minute runes coming into play. So he was able to grab them. Bulldog He knows, and he's already in position, as they'll get 3 on Alliance. Jerry was able to claim their own, so 3 against the 1.
Chessie is already so farmed. It is unbelievable. And the concern I've got right now for the streamer stack is that no matter how well this top lane is going, if they can't kill towers, Meepo is going to inevitably just get enormous. So their timing to win this game is actually going to be like 30, 40 minutes plus. And the Meepo timing around like 20 to 25 is going to be
I mean,
actually a GG.
What sort of items are you looking for, especially like on the Gorg bounty? Is this position 1 bounty? What is the item build? And are we going to see him sort of change it because of the fact that he knows that there is this sort of imminent pressure building up from the Meepo on the Alliance side?
What would you suggest? Because I honestly have no idea.
I mean, you're the expert, Kyle.
3 Meteor Hammers, perhaps?
I don't think that's going to happen.
It could?
I mean, from the way you're talking about it, so you're starting to make it sound like this is going to be pretty darn impossible for Dire.
It's going to be difficult. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's impossible. I mean, we are...
Power shot actually off the mark there. And it doesn't matter. The neutral creep will do it. Ice Loader will take that free trip back to base.
Long respawn, though.
Yes, it is. It does save him the walking back, and the shrine, I believe, not available. So would have saved a long, long journey. There's an easy Skooks magic one. Of course, a lot of these from you fantastic viewers at home that did chip in and offer us a bit of money to get these items a reality inside of the game. So thank you to everyone who did buy every little bit of the game.
A big shout out. You can see Chessie already picking up 3 of the special micro penis Wraith Band. Shout out. Thank you for sponsoring the event.
Mid lane Waga is able to get the blink off in time. A bit of pressure's coming in. And in fact, Jerry, a lovely snipe there with the swashbuckle as Waga could not quite get away after that blink. Jerry has been making some good plays up top with that early pressure against Syndra, and now making the move towards the mid to make sure this mid lane that's already, of course, gone so well for the Meepo is only going to get even better as the pressure really is on for Dire to make something happen with Waga's Quap. He's got to look for those rotations, try and get involved in some action early on. Otherwise, the 3-lane pressure that Alliance has got building up is going to be very hard to stop. Top lane, go on to Gorg, but Waga's there with the backup. Jumps forward, looks for Jerry, and with the Sonic Wave, he'll get himself a bit of revenge. Takes down the Pangolier. Gorg is going to try and chase down Bulldog. We'll go for the track. He's very low, Gorg, and he does not want to look to dive the tower for now. Bulldog will be able to live another day. But still suffering in the last hits. Bulldog's pretty damn poor at the moment. Still only 10 CS on the Beastmaster. Coming up to the 8-minute mark. He's down there in the bottom 4 net worth, Kyle.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. However, his team is doing quite well.
They are.
If there was one player you don't mind having a hard game, it is the Beastmaster. But bottom, Ake, he gets caught.
So if they can get anything else out of their TP attempt, it's going to be made by the Tuscan with the help from Pambo. Stops any extra quill sprays coming out. They'll get him out of there. Gorg tries to look to dive a little bit further. He's going to try and turn towards Jerry. Offers quite a bit of a punch, but does have to be careful. As soon as this bristle starts running towards him, Gorg's got to be a little more distant. He'll come back in for an extra bit of a poke onto Jerry. Still a little low. Extra backups coming in from Alliance as they bring both Chessie and Ake over. Gorg steps up again. Actually takes a blast. The face gets knocked back. The net won't connect. He's been dusted. But Gorg's got the movement speed with the phase boots to get himself out of there. So, I like that we're seeing this already. You know, Gorg playing on the enemy's half of the map. 8 minutes in, he's getting early. As soon as he has that 6 online, he's looking to try and make the most of it.
Yeah, they rotated around nicely as well. They put Waga top on the Quap, so he was able to 1v1 Bulldog and completely zone him out. Whereas Syndra in mid, he got 2 full levels just free farming against Meepo, who was mostly in the jungle. So really good movement, but you still got this major Meepo issue that you're going to have to address at some point.
Chessie, his power just continuing to rise. He's very close to having the Blink Dagger. And then Gorg's going to have to be extra careful about how he pokes, as there's always going to be the potential threat of a Meepo coming in and getting the jump on him. Bottom lane, hanging a little too close to the tower, especially with this whistle back around. Gorg see top lane. They're able to dive in. Both him and Waga getting Bulldog out of the lane. They realize that the rest of Alliance is split up elsewhere. And in fact, a bit of a chase onto the Tusk. Tusk is able to get himself out of there as Bulldog's game continues to get hit pretty hard. And Gorg does continue to find these track kills, building that money up even more and more. The Blink Dagger, there it is for Chessie. Now the game gets very scary for Dire. Any steps placed in the wrong place, and Chessie will be there to punish them.
Already, and we're talking about like 10 minutes. He has a Blink Dagger up. Traditionally, you see Meepos wait a little longer to get involved, but Chessie knows that his team has got so much team fight, right? You're going to have a Bristleback who's diving in. You've got a BKB piercing row on the Beastmaster, Pango with huge AoE as well. So it's very easy then for him to just link up and collect free kills, as we just witnessed around that bottom. Runespawn, just 500 gold advantage, but I think it's the levels that are most important.
Mid lane. Here we go for Jerry. Chessie, he's got the jump in, he has the root holding down. Wagamama's the Quap's in trouble. Quap does get the Sonic Wave off. Wagger's still alive, actually able to get the blink away. Wagger will survive, and now they can turn tracks out. Gorg comes in with a rotation. They've taken down both Chessie and Jerry, and also Ake trapped in the river. These are these moves you're talking about, Kyle.
Yeah, they popped Chessie's cherry, to your point.
They
he just got a little too aggressive. It's one of the downsides of going for this blink build, right?
Wait, that is true. It did just say they got 17 gold for killing Ake. I mean, I know Ake is sort of, you know, he's out of the game, you know. I mean, that's a bit harsh, valuing Ake that low. I'm not quite sure why the math worked out like that at all. Okay, Loader only gave 37 gold.
It's based on the Moonbuck value, all right? You got to take different economic factors, okay? We're not subsidizing
this is
heroes
intended,
here.
I'm sure.
This is not like the typical Dota Wag is going to feed here. But
all right, so only 100. So okay, let's take this into account. Now that apparently kills are giving very little gold, does that sort of change the outlook for this game? Like, did one of these teams rely on getting a lot of money from killing a lot of heroes?
Oh yes, that would. I mean, in theory, right? Doesn't that buff the bounty hunters?
Sure, because if the track goal, yeah, it's not affected.
Ability based. That is not affected.
Okay.
However, it doesn't appear on the pop up. It's just an internal thing. Like, it doesn't change the value that we see.
So then bounty should be busted.
Correct. Bounty hunter.
If that is how it's working.
Yes, he probably should see at least a 1.7 increase in Moonbuck value after this game.
Yes. If that's how this is going to work out.
Actually, sorry, Nahaz is texting me. It's at least 2.4.
Okay. With the precision. And that would make sense because, you know, we're 8-4, and at the moment, there's less than a 1k lead for Alliance.
It's true, but they do have the towers, though. They have top tower.
True.
And if they can look to make a link mid, you've got Necrobook up on Bulldog, along with Roar active. So if you could get to mid lane, they have some sort of connection. That really opens the map for Meepo. That'd be big.
I'll see. As Chessie back to farming, he'll start working on his next item pickup. We'll have the smoke up from the Sadim stunners. Who are they going to be able to catch? Chessie does have a Meepo over there, half the map up towards the top near Roche, but he won't be found. It's only going to be illusions that they'll come across, but smoke won't be dispelled, so they'll know. Let's move on for more. Scan will be dropped as well. Well, they did drop it on the illusion. Of course, illusions do also trigger a positive result from the scan, so a bit of a wasted scan there from the Sadim stunners. But I'm sure it was an accident. Mid lane, they've got the track out onto the bounty, onto the Meepo. But still hard to make a go on him. Has a lot of those stats with those 3 Wraith bands.
He's such a strong hero as well. You offer so much damage. You can go this phase Drums Medallion build. I actually really like this hero. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it more often. Especially under the circumstances, right? With hero
with like in this game mode, where apparently the kill bounties are not that much at all.
But wait, what is... Chessie's got an Aether Lens queued up.
Does he?
Yeah, why is that?
I guess extra reach with the net, but that's it, right? And the blink. I guess you could blink further. He's probably not going to buy it because I think we can all agree it's a pretty terrible item on me. But we'll see. It's pretty terrible.
Is there a challenge component to this? Is this like Moonbuck's
If someone told him, then they were lying. They were having him on because there's not currently a challenge to buying an Aether Lens on Meepo. Inside of their half of the map, though, they find a Gorg C strolling around. They'll hunt him down and take him out.
Any tips?
We'll see. We'll see. Is Chessie bought any of the components? No, he's changed it up.
All right. Yeah, he's going to go for the Evo.
He's just having a bit of a go.
Oh, he's blinking. Might have found another.
It looks like he has inside of the trees. Sind. Been the catch. Sind will turn with the tombstone down and the decay. The drop down the big old ball of light. In with the punch, though. Sing's able to beat down Ake. Now turn Bambo. He gets a beautiful shackle. He caught the 2 of them. They'll kill off Chessie's Meepo. They'll get the snipe as well on Bulldog. Bambo with the big plays there. Setting up not just the 1 kills, but getting the 2 extra on top of it. And the rest of Alliance forced to roll all the way out. They'll try and trap him in there. Sing not able to quite get the reach with the shards.
Unfortunately, Gork was dead, so they got no track kills for that. However, they might be able to claim 5 bounties. No, just kidding. Synderin.'s farming middle.
Sin.
Sin, you should be at the runes.
I mean, the rest of the team are hunting it again. Bambo, beautiful angle with the shackle shots. Bambo starting to come in big time for the Sadim Stunners, as they will be able to grab those bounty runes away. Wagger's able to take down Ake up top. I mean, I'm still sort of focused on the fact that the kills are worth pretty much nothing, Kyle. I mean, is there actually any point in killing anyone?
I don't think so. Except for the meatball, perhaps. But Gork once again wanders into no man's land, and he again
only 70
solo
gold.
killed. And I believe that's
less than a couple of creeps.
If you look, Synderin, if you see the mid lane, there's no wards there, so he had no idea that Chessie was in the area. So you've got to blame Synderin for that one.
On mid lane. There's another shackle setup here, looking for Bulldog on the back of it all. He'll turn, look for the Raw. Gorg, of course, still dead for 10 seconds, so that's going to mean the rest of his team is vulnerable and alone. Sin's found. Wagger will be able to get the blink off. They didn't quite have the chain connection, but they do have the angle as Jerry rolls in, chases down the quad with the Rolling Thunder. Alliance
are they
strike
gonna go
back.
Roche? This could be an opportunity.
Or are we going to see Roche
Do they
in
spend
action?
the money for the Super Roshan? We're going to have to find out. Do we have a man in the VR booth? It looks like we do.
So let's see what's going on. Roche at the moment.
Got a punch. You've got a punch.
He's not doing anything.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go. We're in now.
Oh, look at him go! Look at him go! He's going for it!
Yeah, he can have
it! Look at him go! Out of the pit, Alliance, they're not ready for this.
Well done.
Excellent job there, as Alliance will not be able to claim Roshan for now. And as powerful as he looked, I don't know if we're ever going to see anyone claim Roshan in the whole. It's all of that. He's terrifying.
Oh, of course. I mean, I didn't realize we had a boxer in the pit. This has been the best performer on Dire this far. Is he buffed all? Chessie doesn't know.
Oh, okay, the creeps are out. We should notice this. So where are the creeps? Yes, you can see the creeps on the minimap. The little white dots, I believe, inside of both of the bases are the creeps. There's one. We'll see if they can actually be moved. This is normal. They're just loading in. I believe. There you go. Yes. So they are controlling the creeps. Here we have it. And as you can see, they have a range of animations that they could bring out, these taunts, and also your favorite Twitch chat emotes. So we'll see how they get to use. So already we see one very brave creep. He's just running it down mid. We'll see how far he goes with this one. This is not the play. You do have to remember, you are still a creep. You do instantly die if any sort of spell hits you. He's heading in. He's going in.
I don't know.
He's going to try and... No, this is not what you're... No. All right. So apparently someone didn't want to play as the creep, as they just instantly fed to the Tier 2 tower.
He must be
That's
a North
not what you want to
American
be
Dota player.
doing.
Well, you say that, but it is very common.
I mean, I guess so. It's just in the blood.
Can't turn it off.
Here, of course, we've got to remember the runes as well. They are... they've been picked up as well by some of you beautiful people paying the $1, and I believe that was an arcane rune that was an ice frog inside of the Bruno Genie, back from the old days of Bruno being on the panel. And here we go. So this is what you want to be doing as a creep. I believe he's looking to stack some camps, or at least that's probably going to be his operative. We do still see some creeps are taking a bit of a nap inside of the base. I'm sure this is all, of course, you know, they're not going to die. They're not going to time out. So this is all strategies. As, yes, a couple on both sides. At least it's balanced, all right? We've got 2 immovable creeps for now on either side of the map.
Maybe Dire's got everyone active. Their last 2 are leaving the fountain now. There we go.
Okay, so apparently it is a technical issue, even though I was trying to cover that up, Trent. You know, it's a feature, okay? They're waiting for the prime time to play. So I'm sure they'll move eventually, but if they do not move at all, do not be surprised. They're moving, Trent. They're moving. They are. See, we did have an issue, but it's already been fixed, at least for some of them, as we're going to see them head out.
Yeah. But you can see the economic impact of this Meepo. Because kills are not worth nearly as much, Chessie's getting huge.
Sure.
Just because he farms so much all around the map. Nice shackle.
Hey, they might have a good shot at trying to take him down there. In with the punch. Ball of Light's going to be dropped down by Ake to
Double.
make sure the fight does not continue. As now Steam Stunners have to back off. Jerry's in with the Rolling Thunder, looking for the angle. Bambo's just going to turn. Drops down the focus fire. Jerry's got to keep his distance. Swashbuckles down to the low ground, but the chase is there. Sing, he's in with the snowball. He's in with the punch. Power shot won't quite do it. A shackle shot doesn't latch as Alliance is still trying to push him with the fight. A good charge here from Sing Sing will block the fight off. He'll lose his life, but he does stop Alliance from being able to immediately
Look at
chase
Cinder
for more.
going toe-to-toe with Bulldog.
He's dropped down the tombstone, and with that, they are going to trade lives there. Both Sind and Bulldog taking one another out together in perfect harmony, as they'll be able to farm up the tombstone loader, getting an extra bit of money for the team of Alliance. Of course, you said not only just creep kills, any sort of gold bounty outside of hero kills is incredibly invaluable.
Indeed, and 3 bounty runes going to go the way of this dire stack, buying time. But Chessie is coming online. If they can get the Roshan, this is the big X factor when you think about Midas mode. This Meepo lineup needs Aegis, and as you can see, there's no one even in the pit. Our man's just getting warmed up.
He is. He's getting ready. There we have it. Look, as you can see, masterfully responsive. It works.
He's not
It
taking
really
any
does
chances.
work.
You come into that pit, you're getting a punishment.
Can you go for one of the big swings, one of the power punches? I want to see if that does anything different. I'm sure in terms of the damage numbers it does. We'll find out when someone else heads back into the pit. But that might not even happen. Sind, I believe, did they just lose a creep? They may have just lost a creep. Are any of the creeps still alive? I see one still alive in Dire inside the base. Radiant, they've still managed to keep 2 of theirs alive and working hard by the looks of it in the jungle. Still the Dire one taking a bit of a nap. Okay, they've still got a couple of them taking a nap, but they did move a little bit earlier, so there is still hope for these creeps. And as it stands, 21 minutes, 2K lead for Alliance against Sadim Stunners. The items starting to be picked up from both sides. Maelstrom stun for Jerry. Wagamama has got the Aghanim's done on his quad. So huge amounts of burst ready from both sides. As Sin, I believe, are flaming his own creeps there. As they're not being incredibly responsive. Still maintaining position outside of the pit. Alliance keeping the pressure on, making it very hard for Sadim Stunners to get over to Radiant's half of the map.
But will they be able to take the Roche? That's the question. They might look for
I feel like they've
sort
of given up on it. Did you want to head into that pit? We saw how terrifying it was. I don't think it's worth the risk. It's a huge area of the map that they could certainly throw in, as Sadim Stunners they've got pretty decent ways to play around, especially with that Aghanim's done on Wagamama.
Oh, on the back line, though, they get found Sing Sing.
I'm going to try and hunt him down. He's going to go for the snowball across. Wagga looking to jump forward, tracks out. Swashbuckle to the high ground. The shards will trap Ake, but Ake's got backup. Chessie jumps in, and Sing Sing is dead. They'll look for a second kill. The control's there with the root out onto Gorg. Trapped on the front. 2 down
Loda
on Sadim Stunners as Alliance moving for more. They do somehow lose Loda's Bristleback, but I think they will get the favorable trade here, as that should be another Sin trapped up by the Meepo. Alliance continues to take the fights, but continue, of course, to get no money at all from that. Cinderin at 22 minutes only worth 22 gold. It's not worth killing these heroes. It may just be worth sort of just bringing them low and just leaving them alone, as you do not get much money at all. Sure, I guess they're off the map and a bit of pressure is relieved there, but definitely the focus on hitting the creeps. And as you said, Chessie is the Meepo, has been able to do that wonderfully, and he sits very far ahead of anyone else in the game, coming up to 13k net worth at 23 minutes in. Pretty impressive in a game where the kills are pretty much giving you nothing at all. This is
for sure.
Ultimately all creeps.
Of course, remember, experience numbers are not changed.
That's
the gold bounty.
Well, are we sure of that? Have you been watching? You know, if the money's working like that, is the experience kind of weird as well?
This is Midas mode. This is America. If you have a strong opinion, you might as well just claim it's a fact.
Okay. Well.
And speaking of facts, Meepo level 18, Wagamama 16, highest by far on that Dire side. Ags complete and BKB as well up on the Wind Ranger player. Who's the Wind Ranger again?
That's Mr. Bambo.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Dude, what? Have you been watching the game? Come on, Kyle.
I'm trying to make sure our viewers at home are informed. It can be a bit confusing.
Here we have.
There's this creep. Perhaps he's looking to tank it. Oh.
I know to try and find Jerry outside the pit. He's go for the jump in, but they've got the burst damage. That's 1 down.
Oh.
Jerry's gone.
Chessie will have that Scotty up at about 1200.
Now, with the Pango off the map, Sadim Stunners can try and look to find something, whether it be just the tier 1. As you mentioned earlier, it still is the case now. 24 minutes in, no tier 1
Oh no, not
towers.
the creep! No, the creep!
Oh. Is that all of their creeps gone now? I believe so.
No,
on the
there's
Raiders
one
side.
more.
Is Ra-
Top.
Oh, yes, in the river.
Scouting.
By the Roche pit. There's still one alive here, hiding here behind the Roshan area. And, of course, there you can see as our Roche man pretty disappointed. No one's coming back into the pit. I want to see a bit more action. Maybe Alliance will eventually get to the point you can imagine where Chessie gets another item or two, then they can look to try and take down our Roshan. But it's not going to be easy.
No, definitely not. And this, again, that was regular Roshan. You know, we do have the Super Roshan available, only 200 million Moonbucks.
I mean, that's quite expensive. If you consider, I mean, was it Sadim Stunners? Their lineup cost just over 200. Like, 200 million is quite a lot.
It is.
All teams starting with 1,000. Mid lane, Jump's going to be there. Push back with the Sonic Wave. Sing Sing in trouble. He's trapped by the Ball of Light. Will be able to get out and pop the stick charge. Sing Sing will survive. They've only lost Sim for now. Loader trying to look towards Wagga. The Meepo moving in. Chessie, he's going for Bambo, but Bambo's got the BKB pod. He's able to target the Shackle. They're bringing Chessie down very low. Can they quite finish him off, though? It doesn't look like it. Chessie able to micro and get himself away from it all, as Alliance will kill off 3 and lose nothing themselves here. They cannot quite get the Meepo this time.
Yeah, sick build from Loda. Just going Crimson straight into pipe. That's the only reason Chessie survives there. Wind Ranger pretty much hard countered by that Crimson tickling instead of killing. And now Loda, they're moving on to a tier 3 already. They're skipping Roshan. They're just terrified.
Here we go. Ake's going to go for the technical issues, but I do believe you did need to have the full 5 opponents alive. And indeed, Sin knows the rules. He's got the rule book by his side, and he is right. Unfortunately, Ake cannot go for that bounty at this time. You have to do it when all 5 of the opponents are alive. Ake still, he's going to go for it anyway. Won't get any money for this, so it's a bit of a feels weird map. As he'll actually die for it anyway. Maybe this is the start of the turnaround. We'll see. Getting baited in by a bounty. Sin even dropping the smiley face. Ake realizes he was in an error and they're chasing for another. With the shot there, they will get it. Jerry's dead. 2 dead on Alliance. Loader a bit of a tougher target to go for. He's got a lot of HP, a lot of sustainability to work with. Both spells missing there from both Bambo and Sing. They can't quite get the control that they need. A buyback's going to come out from Jerry. In fact, a buyback as well from Ake. Alliance looking to strike back as Chessie heads in. Bulldogs off the right onto Sin. Swashbuckles out for Jerry. Jumps in with a shield crash. Sin is dead. They're not done yet. Sin buying back as well. Both teams ready to put everything into this fight. Invis Room picked up. BKB's going to be popped as Bambo will get himself away from Jerry with the Rolling Thunder. Back towards the middle lane. Sing's been separated from the rest of the team. Tries to get out with the Ice Shard. They do get the kill on Ake, so that's a dieback from Ake's Kotl. But the rest of the team Stunners are split up.
The gold swing, somehow that was a huge win for Dire.
Sin got 320 gold for Admiral Bulldog. I think that's probably one of the biggest gold bounties we've seen this game.
Yeah, that's not even counting the track.
Yeah.
Rack bonus. That was a huge fight.
All right.
Well, it's just 1 racks.
The numbers just continue to not make sense, but they're in favor of Sadim Stunners there with that play.
Is there a comeback mechanic that we weren't told about? Is it one of those like secret valve?
As far as I'm aware, I think Slacks is literally sitting outside the back, and every time a hero dies, he just slams his head against the keyboard, and that's how much you're getting paid. So that's how we balance things here at the Betway Midas Mode 2. And I mean, with that sort of money getting handed out like that, and whenever it does, who could tell how this is going? It's 28 minutes in. Sure, Team Stunners are down a Rex in the mid lane, but considering this is a game where Chessie's Meepo is still absolutely massive, it's you've got to consider the fact that Team Stunners, they are still taking these trades and they are still able to fight back.
And Loda might have found Gorky. He had vision on him for a second there, but he's going to get turned around. And BKBs are up now. You've got one on Quap coming out and just 400 gold, finished on the Bounty Hunter. So all of a sudden, the Coddle, the Pango, these support heroes from Alliance just aren't going to be able to get anything done. They really need to make a play for Roche, but they're still just terrified.
Let's see what we can get going around here, Alliance. Getting the wrap around as Gorg is on the front lines. Have to be a little careful how close he pokes towards Loader. Shackle from Bambo. Not going to be anything more than that, though. Just holding back the Bristle. As they are continuing to stay close here. The Stunners looking to try and make some sort of play happen, but it's very hard. Ults are up. The Will-O-Wisp is there for Ake if he feels a fight is about to go down.
Yeah, Chess is doing a good job, though, playing around his team with his real Meepo as his clones just shove that top lane. Now they can look for a fight mid with 2 lanes pushing in.
Gonna find the connection here onto Cinder, and he's the focus for now. He goes down, will be gone for quite a bit. Did use the buyback in the previous fight. They're rolling in, they're looking for the commitment. Jerry in with the Rolling Thunder. He'll get the bounce back. Sind in trouble, Sin's gone. 70 seconds, no undying. Wagger looks for the commitment with the Sonic Wave, but they has to get out of there. The Will-O-Wisp catching the 3 of them just on the brim, but they will manage to get out of range of it. So now a minute where they are looking to try and hold 4 versus 5, as Alliance are certainly going to keep the pressure on.
Runes are up, bounties could be a play, but they're just going to look to push base. Look at Meepo just shredded.
They've got so much pushing potential. Meepo with that Beastmaster alongside him. It's going to happen quickly. BKB's popped by Bambo. He's looking for the commitment straight away onto Jerry. He's getting the procs. Jerry tries to slide out of it. Jerry is dead, but they've lost Gorg. Gorg without buyback available. Wagger drops down the Sonic Wave. Bambo, the shackle shot, grabs onto the Beastmaster, but does he actually have the damage to kill off Bulldog? Bulldog is still alive. They've lost 3. They kill off the Meepo. Chessie is dead, but it's only 2 heroes left alive on the stunners, just down to the old duo, Bambo and Sing Sing. They're trying their best to hold off Alliance. Sing Sing, he's in onto Ake. Ake knocks him back with the light. The shards will grab him, but he's got the Force stuff. Gets himself away, dodges the power shot. Ake will survive. Loda, he knows that these 2 heroes don't pose much of a threat at all, as he just stands his ground, punching into the barracks. Will be able to take them. Sind is back in the game. He's TPing in to see if they can punish Loda for sticking around. It's not going to be easy with this Crimson and Pipe. He's very, very tanky. The 3 of them, though, they're still going to try their best. Sing Sing trying to get round to the front, smack him in the face. But Loda continues to run off. He's not got any backup yet coming in from the rest of his team. It may not matter. Bambo wants to continue to chase this, though. Shackle shot will not latch, and with that, Stunners will have to let Loda go. And Jerry, he knows it as well, telling them to let his captain step back, as Loda will be able to escape. Meanwhile, Bulldog going for the old school play, has that wrap pressure down bottom. Will take the tier 2 tower, as Chessie, he's eyeing up. If they're thinking about it once more, maybe seeing if they can try and tackle the Roshan once again now that they've managed to build up a fair few more items.
I don't know, man. I want to hold out hope. I want to see Alliance just at least try to kill Roshan. They might win this game, but what does that say for the rest of the series? Knowing that even with this massive lead, they weren't able to take out the big boss.
Because they did manage to do damage to it. It's just the fact that he does a lot in response.
Hang on, let's see.
This seems to be working out pretty well, though. Loda tanking the full brunt of it with his back. In fact, they're set up there for time to be bought, to allow Stunners to come in. They've separated Loda from the team. Jerry, he's got the Rolling Thunder, looks for the commitment. Gorg, though, smacking him. He's hitting hard. Gorg there with a carry bounty hunter, punches apart Jerry, and now with 2 dead on Alliance, they could try and chase for more. BKBs will wear off. They'll look to focus down the objectives and take this tier 1 out in the middle lane. As Stunners continuing to fight back against the odds. Jerry trying to bait them in, trying to encourage Sadim Stunners to go for the Roshan. I do not think they will fall for that, as both times Alliance have tried for it, it's ended up in a bit of a disaster for them.
How long does the Super Roche last? Just till he's killed? Like, can you unsuper him? So it's sort of like the Incredibles then.
Yeah, you buy the buff for what you said, 200 million, and you keep the Super Roche for the rest of the game.
Got it.
But of course, that does mean you yourselves, I imagine, are going to have trouble taking Roshan.
Exactly.
So you're sort of doing it maybe as a comeback mechanic in a game where you feel that you're never going to get Roche. You just want to make sure you're never going to have to defend against an Aegis push. We are going to see back with our standard Roche. Of course, I say regular Roche, but it's still the VR Roche, as he punches away. And fortunately for Alliance, still the Roshan is, of course, held inside of his pit for the most part. There is a leash.
Yeah, just a little posturing going out. Alliance have the 2 racks. You can even see up top, the creeps are in base. Oh, Sing.
And lane Sing. He's able to get a good catch here. The shard trapping the 2 of them. They're looking to try and burst down Jerry before he gets the Rolling Thunder out, and they will be able to do so. Jerry's out. So they can poke for more. Gorg did commit with the BKB, but still no sort of damage that's going to allow them to take down this Loda Bristleback reliably. It's Loda continuing to be this very powerful force that's always on the front of the plays that Alliance look to make. We're going to have to see some massive sort of physical damage items coming out from probably Bambo or Gorg, maybe more so Bambo. If Bambo gets a good amount of right click later on top of the MKB, maybe like a Bloodthorn, some sort of crit, there is that chance that he'll actually be able to hurt Loda a little bit with a focus fire.
Yeah. It's a shame. They actually picked up 2 Lotus Orbs on the Dire side. There's one on the Bounty, and then the first item, Solar, on Sing Sing as well. If they can get to a point where they have multiple BKBs, though, if you look at the net worth, it's really just Chessie in the lead. It's only a 6K gold lead for Alliance. Sure, they do have the 2 racks, but they also have only 1 tower taken thus far. There's a lot of gold for the Sing stack to claim if they're able to just buy another 5-10 minutes. Meepo without the Aegis, it's not difficult for this draft to take him down.
There we go, a bit of a, I know it's sort of, I feel that, it's coincidental, the likeness there, but the Mike Wazowski eye of Skadi is out and done. Bounty Runes still actually able to grab the ones down bottom, at least the one of them. Alliance with that lead, see if they are able to try and go for that final set of racks. They are looking into Roche once more. Chessie has started to step into the pit with one of the Meepos. We'll see if this Roche attempt goes any further than the previous. Chessie.
Oh, no.
Got a bit of the counter there with a Hex. Now Roche, he's able to strike back. He's punching away. And again, they have a lot of damage resistance with this time round. Alliance, they should be able to take him down. And indeed, Roshan has been defeated.
Admirable effort, however. 36 minutes almost.
And a lot of attempts put to a stop. He did his best, but finally Alliance able to counter it. Take him down and now move on for more action. Gorg, the unfortunate first death there from Sadim. Stunners getting caught out after the immediate push comes down mid from Alliance after they grab Roshan and get the Aegis onto Chessie. 40 seconds where it's going to have to be a 4 versus 5. Bambo, he's heading in. Gorg as well with the buyback. They're looking for the easier kill. BKB committed by Gorg as he tries to finish off Jerry. Does he have the damage? He's staying on top of him. Jerry finally falls. The Crip will do it. As Jerry said for 50. Now Bambo, BKB, focus fires, looking for Bulldog. Power shot, snipes him. Bulldog's dead. They managed to take down 2, but Bulldog will commit with the buyback. Gorg being focused by Loda. He's going to try and get some away. Sing, fantastic shards. Will keep Gorg safe for now, but it costs Sing his life. Sing dead for 70. And of course, Chessie, whilst this all goes on, he's still ready to fight at full HP. The BKBs have already been used, so the Hex is slammed down onto Bambo. Bambo does have buyback. And Sind is back in the game, so now a defense to be held where they have the 4, but they are 2 down on Alliance. This is a good time for them to continue to strike. Shackle onto Loda, won't latch. Roots down on a Wagger, has to get himself away from the Meepo, will be able to blink out, turns around with the Sonic Wave. In fact, back down towards bottom. Bambo's going to be the focus, he's trying to finish up Bulldog, he'll get it! They take down Bulldog, that's a dieback on the Beastmaster, and Bambo's able to windrun himself away from the Bristleback. Back towards the racks, the focus on Wagger, Wagger being netted down. Sin's trying to come in to help out, they'll take Chessie down the ones. That's the Aegis popped. Can they do it a second time? Loda standing by Chessie's side, keeping him strong. The Shackle shot latches onto the 2 Meepos. Gorg with the BKB as well as Wagger tried to commit, kill Chessie off. The Crit with the track, they'll do it. Chessie's going to die, but they've lost the racks. The Mega Creeps are out in favor of Alliance. But again, Stunners able to get some big kills off the back of it. We'll see what they can do now, having to push back against those Mega Creeps. Loda will fall. Jump back in from Jerry, just managed to claim the kill once again onto Sin. Wagger trying his best to poke at the Pangolier. He's low on mana and health. Will have to back up to the fountain. Can they hold against the Mega Creeps, Sadim Stunners? Sing Sing's in with the punch up. Will claim another life, as they're proving to be very good at killing heroes. Even though you look at some of the lineup of Alliance, you would consider them to be very hard for them to deal with. But at this point of the game, they're only 3k behind. They are up against Mega Creeps. There it is. The Rapier's out, and I believe, what is the Rapier? It is an oh no. The Weebs have hit us hard here. The Divine Rapier has been picked up by Gorg, one of the world's most famous Weebs. And we'll see if it can do it for him, Kyle. Can they make the comeback against Megas? Will the power of anime be enough?
Maybe. I want to believe, but personally, I'm not a huge fan of anime.
Well, let's see. I mean, Gorg, he's been hitting hard already. We did see in those last few fights, with the power of the track and that built-in crit, he was punching. And now with the Rapier, he's going to be hitting a whole lot harder as well. It's just very tough for them to do so against the Megas. We're seeing some items in response being picked up. Loda's now got the Blade Mail too, so it's going to make it even harder for them to really find that perfect time to tackle the Bristleback, but extra damage coming around from all elements of the team. Sing Sing's got the Deso, picked up the Magi better. Desolator is there. So a lot of physical damage. This is what we were talking about earlier. This is the amount of elements they can put together, especially with the Bambo Focus Fire, to take down these tankier targets like the Meepo and the Bristle.
Oh. Bambo forced to invis out. It's an even game, but yeah, as you said, like the base difference, right? 2 towers versus megas. In fact, you just have the 1 tier 4 remaining between this dire side and their throne. They've learned their lesson though, right? It is a BO3, of course. No BO1s in Midas mode, this being a more professional tournament. We have the opportunity for the Gorg stack to come back. They just probably need to ban the Meepo from here on out.
Lions are preparing to head in towards the base. All 3 waves. The power of the Mega Creeps being forced suitably in against Sir Sadim's stunners. All on Gorg really, so find the right targets to make sure that he focuses down the right people with that rapier purchase. And they have to keep him alive. Those BKB durations, of course, have ticked down a little bit. So a little less of a window for him to play with. Yeah, right down to the 5 seconds on Gorg. And yeah, by the looks of it, for most of them with the frequency of these fights, it's still a 6 on Wagger, but for the most part, very short durations on the BKBs. See who's the first to step forward on Alliance. Loader leading the charge, starts to poke away at the tier 4s. Now they're going to look to strike back. Gorg, he's using the BKB. He'll look to go straight towards the Beastmaster, but Bulldog's able to turn, get the roar off. Gorg's going to be held back for now, and that is the BKB wearing off. So now if he looks to try and get back in there, will be without BKB. Bambo's caught outside the base. Bambo dead without buyback. They've lost one of their main sources of damage output. Sir Sadim stunners as Sin surrounded by Chessie. A second down. Sin does have the buyback available. Gorg carefully choosing his next time to strike. Oh! Gorg, he's able to take down one. There's Chessie with the control. Gorg surrounded, taken out, no buyback. Rapier hits the deck as Alliance will focus